If we believe technology should improve learning, then we also have a responsibility to ensure it does not do any harm. This resolution does exactly that. It aligns our classrooms with what research, neuroscience, and our own lived experience are telling us. Intention matters, balance matters, and our students' minds and well-being must come first. So please, well, first of all, I want to preface by saying that as a mom as well of a high school student, and hearing all the parents that came forth from Schools Beyond Screens, I did find myself very much recognizing your frustration and what you wanted to address, because I myself, I also did not allow my son, when he was very young, to even have an iPad or a phone, or now he didn't even play video games, because I just was just, you know, not that I was a bad mom, I just was very cognizant of the impact of all of that technology at such a young age. I think now the other day he said, "Thank you, Mom. I appreciate that," and because we have these conversations, and he, you know, he, instead of being on his phone, he'd rather pick a book, and for me that is. So I recognize myself a lot in all of you, and I thank you for just, you know, speaking up, because you brought up a lot of conversations that not only our district leadership was having, but our own staff as well. And my own staff, you know, when we had these conversations and listening to you all, we all knew that there was an urgency that needed to be taken. And I thank Board Member Melvoin and his staff putting this forward, because it's something that was definitely was concerning me and impacting me, particularly around iReady, and I want to thank Board Member Gomez for bringing those amendments, because in terms of iReady, I have yet to hear a positive comment from the impact of iReady. When I go to my schools, I ask questions, so parents, teachers, students, my own son, it's just not, they don't understand why they need to do iReady, and they roll their eyes every time they have to do it. And it just seems like it's just, iReady has just taken over our classroom and has taken over our teaching and learning. So that was definitely a big concern of mine. So I'm grateful for those amendments and the work that is going to come after and the recommendations to set this right. So with that said, I also want to be clear about this resolution, what it is and what it is not. This is not an anti-technology proposal resolution. It's a pro-learning, pro-child development, and pro-responsible use of technology policy grounded in what research is now telling us with increasing urgency. We know that technology, when used well, can enhance learning through feedback, creativity, and access. But we also know that more screen time does not equal better outcomes. When screen use is excessive, unstructured, or passive, it can undermine attention, weaken cognition, and negatively impact academic performance. And this is just not about academics. It's about brain development standpoint. Our students, especially the youngest learners, are still developing the systems responsible for focus, emotional regulation, and decision-making. Constant digital stimulation fragments attention and competes with deep, sustained thinking that real learning requires. From a mental health perspective, higher levels of screen exposure are associated with increased anxiety, depressive symptoms, and lower self-esteem, particularly among adolescents navigating identity and social pressures. So the question before us is not whether technology belongs in our classrooms. It does. The question is, are we using it with intention, or are we allowing it to use our students? As a district, we've made significant investments in technology, but we have not always had fully visibility into how these tools are being used and how much they are costing and how they are impacting students day to day. That is why one of the most important components of this resolution is a requirement to provide a comprehensive, itemized report of contracts related to classroom technology, including devices, software, and digital tools. This aligns directly with the board's recent action to strengthen transparency and accountability in procurement through a resolution that I introduced on leveraging district purchasing power approved unanimously last month by this board. And we've said before, public dollars should reflect public values, and that includes ensuring that the tools we invest in are effective, safe, appropriate, and aligned with student well-being. I also appreciate the focus on reviewing state data protections, tracking screen time usage, and giving families more meaningful consent options. These are critical steps in making sure we are not just expanding access, but also exercising responsible oversight. Ultimately, this resolution prioritizes quality over quantity. It aligns technology with child development, empowers educators with clear guidance, and protects students while still preparing them for a digital future. We led on access, and now we must lead on balance. Thank you.